Hello, everyone. Waiting for people to join. Let's see. Hello, I've got a couple on YouTube. Hi, everyone. I have planned to talk a little bit tonight about some recent healing I've done for myself, which I thought would be super cool to talk about, to show you guys if you're interested. What I do kind of on an ongoing basis to bring healing to myself when issues come up so that I don't drag it around like a bunch of old luggage or something like that. So that's what I was thinking about touching on tonight. See if I can get my screen right here. Okay. Let me see. Okay. So there's something called Theta Healing, which is an incredible, incredible healing modality. And I actually have a free webinar coming up Sunday. Today's Thursday. So this Sunday, February 12th at 5 p.m. Eastern. So it's the Super Bowl pregame show. We're going to talk about Theta Healing. Theta Healing is an incredible, incredible healing modality that changed my life. I mean, I went through 10 days worth of classes for Theta Healing, which takes you through the first 4 levels. And I was in the thick of my healing journey when I did those 10 days worth of classes. And I felt like I got what probably would have taken me about 2 years on my own to heal. Like it was unbelievably amazing and incredible. And I use the same techniques now when I find something that needs healing in my life, some sort of trigger, something triggers me and I need some sort of healing. Do I do video call regressions? I really want to work with you, said Lindsay. Hi, Lindsay. Yes, all my sessions are done online. You can actually go to patreon.com/woke lightworker and see my sessions out there. And you can also see some on YouTube. I have a few on YouTube. They're kind of my older ones. My style and technique has changed a lot. It's changing every single session, basically, especially like the difference in 6 months between before and now 6 months. I'm just like, wow, it's almost like a totally different session because my spirit team speaks to me while I'm doing these higher self hypnosis sessions and kind of leads me on new things to try and new ways to do it. And I'm constantly in training. And so I'm like a training junkie. And so I incorporate all kinds of new and different things into my hypnosis sessions for past life regression. Then we look at lives in between lives. What do you do in the spirit in between? And then when talking to your higher self, I learn all kinds of new things. So yeah, they're all online. And then you actually get a recording of it too. So you'll get a recording of our intake session, which is like the first 3 hours, sometimes 3.5 hours, where we get together and talk and I learn everything about you, put the questions together that we want to ask your higher self. And then the afternoon, because it's an all-day thing, and then in the afternoon we get together and that's when we'll look at the past life, what you do in between lives, and then talk to your higher self. You'll channel your higher self. And I had a woman today who, I don't know if she's on here or not. If she is, hi, I'm not going to name any names, but she was super, super, super nervous about doing her higher self hypnosis session today and was almost kind of psyching herself out about it. And then just like everyone says when they get done, they're like, oh my gosh, I don't even know what I was so scared and nervous about, because it was just like so like casual. I just lead you right into it where it just flows. It just flows. And so there's nothing at all to be nervous about, like not even at all. I'm so interested but scared to do it too. Oh, yeah, no, totally. You like don't even. There's literally nothing different between this and a meditation. And so if you can meditate, you can do this. So it's just me putting you in a relaxed meditative state. So the way I tell everyone to prepare is by practicing guided meditations while you're awake. So if you tend to fall asleep when you're meditating, you definitely want to sit yourself in a metal chair and sit yourself up in a metal chair and don't fall asleep, because you're training your brain to be able to listen to the voice of the person doing the guided meditation and follow exactly what they say and not have your mind go anywhere else. Literally just listen to their voice and just follow along, and you use your imagination. So I started telling people this more and more. Your higher self is not, in your spirit team, is not going to talk to you through your left brain. Like, that just doesn't happen. It's not a left brain thing. They're going to talk to you through your right brain. So your ego is going to tell you, you're just making all this up. Like, looking at a past life, a woman digging potatoes in a field, like, you're totally making that up. But why would you make up? Oh, thank you for the rose, Azella. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Why? And if you guys hit the button to tap, just tap the screen. That will give lots of hearts, and then more people will get notified about my live. So that'd be great on TikTok if you guys can tap, 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 and give me lots of hearts. On YouTube, Carolina, hi from Australia. I'm the chick that said on TikTok that I have to try the healing method on my cat that gets seizures. I do remember that. You did say that. I do remember that. Yeah, I can talk a little bit more about that. Like, my husky, he's not here. I'd show you guys his eye. He's at his girlfriend's. My husky has a girlfriend. So yeah, he's at his girlfriend's right now. I actually just got done walking him and his girlfriend husky. Thank you for tapping the screen and giving me all those hearts, guys. Thank you. So yeah, you can talk to your spirit team and ask them. So I was trying to get healing. I said trying. I was asking for healing for my husky, who, thank you for all tapping the screen, guys, and giving me all those hearts on TikTok. I was talking to my dog's higher self and saying, come on, we need to get some healing. And he sleeps on the bed with me every night. So I turn my bed into a sacred healing chamber. So I tell my spirit team to, fill it with healing energy, healing light, and let that healing energy and light just saturate our bodies while we're sleeping. And then I invite all kinds of healing beings around me in my bed when I'm sleeping. And so I sleep with 2 dogs and a cat. That's who I sleep with. And now lately, my daughter started crawling into my bed too. I don't know why, but she goes to bed really, really late. But I have this gigantic king size bed, and she'll pop over onto the other side. But so normally I sleep with 2 dogs and a cat, and my other cat goes and finds her own space to sleep in. So I charge her bed with the same healing energy. But so what I do is I invite the Arcturians, which is an ET race, which I have a big connection with the Arcturians, with the Pleiadians, with the Syrians, any ET race that specializes in healing and that is love and light. And then I invite healing masters, psychic surgeons, all kinds of angels, Reiki masters. Oh, Jumba is there. Hi, Jumba. Hi, Angie. What are the consequences when you unalive yourself? Oh, we can talk about that. And then I just invite my guides, my team, my higher self. And when you're going to bring healing for yourself while you're sleeping, or your pets, you want to specify at least the first time what you're looking for. So I just go through this big list. Give me and my pets, strengthen our bones, strengthen our muscles, cleanse our blood, flush all of our organs with love and light and healing energy, and smooth our skin, or whatever it is I want. In this instance, when my husky had that big giant red, oh, thank you for the panda. That's so cute. I think I'm pronouncing it right. Azella. Thank you. So just picture and state what it is that you want, and ask this team, because they're volunteering to come. They don't have to come and bring healing to you or your pets, right? So it's always respectful. It's always with gratitude and asking nice. And thank you guys for tapping on the screen on TikTok. If you can tap, 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 tap to give hearts, it'll get more activity and notify more people that I'm live. That'd be great. So just specify what it is you want. And so I was doing that with my husky, and that red bulge on his eye was a scratch that got infected. And I had him through 2 different rounds of medicine, and nothing was working, and the bulge was staying there. And it was actually getting really irritating. My husky could almost not even open his eye. And so I was like, okay, they went to the vet again for a third time, and they're like, well, you need to go see a dog ophthalmologist. And I was like, okay, this is going to get crazy expensive here. This is ridiculous because there's no reason I should have to spend this money. And I certainly don't want to put my dog through eye surgery on his eyeball, like the trauma and shock that a body goes through when it has any kind of surgery. Like, I don't want that for my dog. So I kind of like a little more sternly, firmly talked to his higher self. And I was like, wait a minute. Okay. His name's Shadow. Shadow's higher self. Look, seriously, we need to have a serious talk here because there's no way that I should have to spend this kind of money and take this money away from other things for my family. And I certainly don't want him to have surgery on his eyeball and put him through that trauma and the risks and everything associated with that. Like, I know, and I have zero doubt in my mind. So there's my faith, right? As I have zero doubt in my mind that this can happen because I've used this type of healing method to heal myself of 3 incurable, quote unquote, things. So I know that his higher self can heal this bulge on his eye that's all red and bloody and nasty on his eye. So I said, look, I'm going to set up the scene and I really want you to come in. I visualized the whole thing. And then what you want to do, important if you do this before you go to bed, is you want to set your higher self and his higher self, my dog's higher self, to monitor, to visualize, or to I guess I'll use the word witness, to witness the healing take place. Because for anything to happen, there has to be a witness. And so I want his higher self, because we're going to be sleeping, our conscious minds are going to be sleeping. So I visualize the whole thing in advance, set it up, say who I want to be there for this healing session in the bed, make the bed a sacred healing chamber space. And then I ask his higher self and my higher self to be there and witness the healing taking place. And I did that. And 3 days later, and my dog's eye was totally fine. I was like, I knew that could happen. Like, I totally knew that could happen. And it was just a couple months ago, I actually did the same thing for my cat. And I really started just talking to his higher self a lot. And I was like, look, I know you can heal him. He had like really bad diarrhea for like 3 months, 2 or 3 months. And I kept taking him to the vet and they're just like, gosh, we've tried everything and he's had all these antibiotics and we just don't know. Like, you can go do all these tests. It's going to be like over $1,000 just for the tests. And then even then, we don't know if we'll find anything because like all the tests we've done, the blood tests, like everything, he's totally fine. We don't know why it's happening. So then I had a session right after that. And this client's higher self said that her gut bacteria needed to be balanced. And yes, I have my cat on probiotics. So, I mean, I was doing what I thought I could do, but I guess his gut bacteria was not digging it. And so I had a talk with his gut bacteria through his higher self and said, let's have a sit down with his gut bacteria. Let's send him love. And I just envisioned just love and light and balance and peace going to his gut bacteria and giving his gut bacteria attention. And I know this all sounds crazy, right? This sounds crazy. If I would have been thinking I would talk about this 10 years ago, I'd be like, that lady's a weirdo. But seriously, I did. And it totally worked. And 2 weeks later, and ever since then, and this has been a couple months now, he's been totally free of the diarrhea. Like, it's amazing. So 2 very recent instances of my pets' spirit teams, me working with them and getting them healing. So that's pretty cool. So again, you guys on TikTok, if you tap the screen, you'll get lots of hearts so that more people can be notified that I'm live. Let's see on YouTube what people are saying. Hi from Ohio. Hi, Shelly. Love those sessions. You're the best. Oh, thank you. Carolina, thank you. I will do that. I'll hop over to TikTok so I can send you hearts. Oh, thank you. This baby princess, this is what I do in my sleep. You guys can visualize this healing anytime. I mean, you just set it up in your mind. And when you see it in your mind, that's you witnessing healing taking place, whether it's for yourself or your pets. Now, can you go mandate healing for someone else? No, of course not. We can't intrude on anyone else's free will or their journey by doing that. You can absolutely talk to their higher self, but their higher self has got everything under control. They're going through what they're going through because that's part of their journey. So I told a client today, and I've been telling people more, is we need to understand that there's boundaries and we need to have We need to have boundaries between ourself and other people's self and not overstep our boundaries for other people in their journeys. So a lot of times we're like, yeah, but she's suffering and she's in pain and she's ruining her life and she's drinking too much or she's doing drugs and we just want to go in and fix things and make it look the way we think it should look. But really the big thing, and I'm getting this more and more, guys, is we need to understand that everything is perfect exactly the way it is. And if your mom wasn't meant to be an alcoholic, she wouldn't be an alcoholic, right? If she was meant to be doing something else in her life because she was at that stage, then she would be doing that something else. But she's not. She's being an alcoholic right now because that's where she's at. That's where she's learning lessons for herself. And it's perfect, exactly where she is. You might think, oh my gosh, no, it's not perfect. It's suffering and she's causing havoc and she's homeless and whatever it is. But her team has got her, and we don't need to manage anyone else's journey for them. Other